Despite some scrubby skills, I eventually 100%ed my way through both the normal and the hard mode of the amazing WonderBoy the Dragon Strap remake. So today we're going to complement the excellent Let's Plays and speedruns that are already out there with some really quick tips for how to get through the game's hard mode. Number 1. It's okay to die. If you're an average gamer like me, you're going to die in this mode. You might even barely escape the castle at the start of the game. You'll probably die again and again and again on the way to the end of the beach, because the combination of that demon cloud and blue crabbies are designed to murder any sense of confidence you might have in your own skills. The good news is that there's nothing wrong with this. The only penalty for dying is arriving back at the town. You don't even need to sweat about losing those potions. They're easy to find and we'll go through that later on. Number 2. Know your hearts and know the timer. Hard mode ramps up the difficulty by putting in more difficult enemies in the game, but it also adds in a timer that harkens back to the old WonderBoy in Monsterland, which was the arcade predecessor to the Dragon's Trap. The timer constantly ticks down in all the adventure areas, and will knock out around a quarter of your heart each time it flips. Enter a safe area, the time will stop, but the counter won't necessarily reset if you head back out again. You can force reset by collecting hearts, so start learning your patterns. In many areas you can flip back and forth between screens to grab heart drops, like here in the desert. Buy selectively. I'll go through the foundational stuff in a tick, but be selective with your gear and don't feel the need to buy everything. If you do want 100% the game, that's fine, but it's best waiting until towards the end of things when you can start mining some really good gold drops. Number 4. Get the foundations right. So with this in mind, let's go through how to get off to a good start. Number 1. Make it out of the castle without dying. Don't sweat the potions, we can sort those out later. Number 2. Grab your first heart here in the village. Number 3, get enough gold to buy the mithril sword and the mithril shield from the main town, and this will come to 47 gold. If you don't have enough yet, that's fine, because you're going to need to mine, because you need 180 gold to grab the goblin mail at the end of the beach, and you need to get the key while you're there as well too. Once this is all done, part 4. Let's hit the desert and survive until you get to this blue sucker. Drop down, head left, and grab gold and a free potion from the room. Hit the title screen to restart in the village, and rinse repeat if you want to stockpile them. Next up, jump over the pyramid, take out the ogre for some gold, and then head into the room and grab another heart. Mine for more gold if you need any by exiting the room, killing the ogre, and jumping back in again. Next, make your way up to the top of the pyramid once you're all geared up, grab the key, and hit the dungeon. There's a hidden treasure room just before the boss for a free heart, so I'd recommend checking that out as well too. Number 7, this is easy. Kill the dragon pig mummy thingo to become Mouse Man. Here's the fun part. Visit the treasure room only accessible as Mouse Man, empty the chest, and then go back to the title screen and rinse and repeat until you have 9,330 gold or more. Once you do, hit up the shop in the tower in the village and buy all the crystal gear. Between this and stockpiling potions, you're now set for a good chunk of the game. Number 5. Lineman opportunities. By the time you can change into Lineman, you should make a trip to grab the Tasmanian sword so you can transform on the go by hitting up and attack once you've equipped it. If you're skilled, you can do this when you're Mouse Man, but I'm a bit rubbish and really there's not a lot of utility to make it worth the effort before this point. You can also mine for items and gold in the pyramid outside the treasure room where you got the heart earlier, and you can do that by smashing through the walls now that you've got the thunder ring. Number 6. Get ready for the end game. As Hawkman, head over to the old castle by grabbing a key from elsewhere in the game world, transform into Lineman using the Tasmanian sword, and smash all the way through to Mecha Dragon's old lair. You'll get about 5,000 per drop. You need to buy up all the legendary items, and then it's time to work through all the Charmstone challenges, and with that you can buy the ultimate sword in the game, and this will make the endgame boss really easy to smash out. Make sure you head over to the desert to mine thunder magic, and also grab some boomerangs if you're so inclined. Again, the return to title trick will help with this part because it'll reset the chests each time. The only other item you'll need if you haven't picked it up already is the magical saber, and really you should have grabbed that when you were Mouse Man after getting the thunder ring, since you won't be able to enter the final dungeon without it. And that should do it. Between the above, hunting for hearts and becoming a better player, you should make your way through the rest of the game without too much trouble in hard mode. And this brings us to the end of another video. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, as always, we'd appreciate a like and subscribe. And if you have your own tips for smashing through this game in hard mode, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. We'll be back in a month with more excitement, but in the meantime, you can check us out on our website, animeinferno.com.au, and on social media. See you then, bye!